Hello, Kelly Adams from MidLife Prep School here. I'd like to discuss to you how some of us get our mental pictures and how we were raised often affects our thoughts and our judgments. Now, I was the youngest of 4 kids. I was born in 1956. My father was born in 1918. My mother about 1924. Okay, so they were Depression era people. My grandparents lived through it. So all the time as I was growing up, that was their reality, was the fear of the Great Depression and the struggles that they went through. So of course, that's the environment that when you're young, you seem to realize that, you know, there's a fear of never enough. There's always that fear of being without, right? Well, as we grew up, especially me, okay, that was really a different time. But yet my upbringing reinforced all that they had gone through, and that's basically the things that they told us, how to think, how to act, how to fear. We all have fears, okay? And a lot of them aren't ours. They're somebody else's, and you grew up in that environment. Nothing against your folks. It's not their fault. But our minds lock into things like that. And as our minds catch in, we spend the rest of our life with that nagging fear. You know, my aunt always used to say, oh, this is just terrible. Everything was terrible for her. Even in the greatest times of her life, there was always that nagging fear, and she instilled it into us kids. And my grandparents went through the 30s. Everything in their life was marvelous. Everything was perfect. Everything always seemed to work out fine for them. Not to worry, Kelly, just do whatever you want to do, it'll be all right. So in my life, I had 2 sides of that coin, constantly flipping back and forth, okay? And as we start, or as I started to understand where some of my fears were coming from, maybe not making enough money, right? Maybe not providing enough for my wife, maybe not having enough in reserve, scared me to the point where I was almost afraid to go forward in most anything when I was young. After studying for the last 3-4 years, studying with different mentors, reading different information, studying what I wanted to study instead of being told how to think about things, it expanded my horizon to the point now where, sure, I still have concerns and I still have fears, but I can deal with them on a form of reality. This is what I see. This isn't what anybody else lived through. This is what I'm living through. Same as you folks here today. Okay? So if you folks join us at MidLife Prep School, we'll always be able to discuss all of the parameters of our thoughts, and we'll be honest with the things we've experienced. Not just give you a big pep talk and say, all right, team, go out there and do good today. We get down to the root level of what's really bothering us, because I'll be very honest with you in our conversations on the things that have bothered me in my life, the struggles I've had, the successes, and especially the failures that I've gone through to get where I am today. Thank you kindly, folks. Join us at MidLife Prep School. Thank you.